I'll get a kick photo.
I'm wearing wild.
My biggest Fashion Week tip is listen to Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield every morning and you'll be fine.
It's a ceremony that I will walk around through everybody. The stuff I use is sandalwood, or in my language it's gutterweed. You know, it's a healing plant that I source from my country. I extract the oil from it, I put it across my face. You know, I'm 67 years old, you know, so it does work. I'm only 53, I'm only joking.
Have a fantastic week ahead at Australian Fashion Week presented by Pandora.
If anyone has any questions today, just MC for content, me for sort of anything else, attendance, all that kind of stuff. But I think everyone knows their schedule at this point, so we should be all good. Do we want to do the...
No.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
We're at Albus Lumen right now. It's the show that opens the week. It's going to be very exciting. Hey, I'm Gladys. I'm the digital fashion features writer for Vogue. We did a show preview with Marina on Friday, and it's very post-apocalyptic punk. Get ready to rave in the wasteland. It's the Swan Lake Overture from Act 3.
When you write a review, you've basically got to get it up as soon as possible, but in like perfect condition. You finished looking at the collection, then you go backstage, you interview the designer, you get the quotes, you sit down and you have to write like a very constructed visual analysis of the collection that happened. So you're basically breaking down the visual language of a collection, talking about the prints, recurring motifs, themes, how it ties into the DNA of a brand, and also like some opinions as well. Like you're not going to be totally in love with everything that you see. That's the beauty of art, that you know, you have the freedom to dislike it, but it's about expressing that in a diplomatic way, about working the designer's intentions into it, balancing that alongside your own discretion. You're writing like as you're in the front row, or like I like to, but it'll be up within the hour, then you send it off to whoever represents the brand, and then you're on to the next show, and then the next review, and etc.
Translated or transcribed Albus as Elvis, so the AI just thinks that it's what elements of Elvis's music.
Wow, I'm so confused. Yeah, let's okay. Maybe let's sit down there. Okay, now look it out. Walking in the opposite direction because I literally, after 4 years of doing Fashion Week, don't know which gallery is which gallery.
Side. Oh, I see.
But I always love the idea of like creating a world. And even I'm sort of not 100% sure of what that world is. I'm sort of like mixing genres and eras to kind of arrive at something that is kind of its own kind of world. It's like almost like a time or like a genre that you can't quite put your finger on is sort of what I
100%. I always love Next Gen. I think it's probably my favorite show every single Fashion Week because we get 4 distinct, young, fresh voices, and you know, it's like it's all technically one show, but you have 4 different worlds that you're immersed into.
Albus was different.
Albus was, so that was different from usual.
It was almost like Marina, the designer, goes to Burning Man, takes her shoes off. There was like the beaded bras.
Hi, I'm Francesca.
Hi, I'm Alice.
I'm the digital director here at Vogue.
I'm fashion features director at Vogue Australia.
And this week I'll be looking after our team, our amazing team, who are going to be doing so many pieces of content, lots of videos, lots of interviews.
Regardless of this opportunity for us as a team to show our support for the industry, which we do all around the year, but we like to You know, we go to every single show. That's our rule. We go to everything. We run all the collections online so that everyone can see them, not only for the industry but for the rest of the country and internationally as well. We want to get those designers out there. So we do a lot of video content, which does really well for us, which I think is, you know, something we're really proud of.
Yeah, it's a bit of a responsibility. I think it's that feeling of we get to pass on what we see firsthand. And being part of Vogue. It's always been a privilege.
Just a privilege, yeah.
What business do I have getting a meatball suddenly?
I'm Ella. I'm the head of brand for Vogue Australia. Here we have an installation. This is a special. I've never had it before. It's chicken schnitzel, tabbouleh, feta,
Carrot, beetroot.
It's a roast beef sandwich.
Regular mayo.
Tomato, lettuce, I think chutney of some sort.
ham and cheese.
It's going to be good.
We're about to go see the Bear Park show here at the Art Gallery of New South Wales. I'm Elise Javid. I'm the social media producer here at Vogue. My day-to-day is recording street style content, doing behind the scenes at some of the runway shows, just interviewing designers and working closely with the writers. Pretty much as soon as it's been shot and I can get back to my computer, it'll have to be done within maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. So I'm gonna go into the media pit and shoot the show from there, and then we're gonna head backstage to interview the designers.
It's day 2 of Fashion Week and we're feeling good.
So we just shot the Bear Park show and we were just backstage getting little bits and bobs for our Instagram reel that we're making for it. So Frankie interviewed for my review. Yep. And it went really well.
I thought it was really beautiful.
Yeah.
I thought it was just things that I would wear
Always.
in your day-to-day life.
Yeah.
I love the sheers, the colour palette, especially those like burgundies, the kind of off-white creams, really divine.
And like that really delicate Georgette, silk Georgette over the jeans, I thought was really beautiful.
I mean the perfect jeans.
The perfect jeans.
The perfect jeans.
A trend report is basically all the fashion editors going through all the runways of the season and picking out what they think the trends of the season are, and then we do like a shoot up front. Harriet Crawford styles it. It's called the ultimate edit, and it's like the ultimate edit of all the trends of the season. So they pick like, I think each issue it's like, it can be like between 5 and 8 trends, I believe, and Harriet does like styles like 5 looks to each trend, and that goes at the front of the magazine each issue. What time are you getting in?
Like 7.
Oh, interesting. I have been getting in at like 9.
Yes. Can I borrow you for a picture by yourself? Yes. Beautiful. The hair's gorgeous. Turn around. Can you do a little walk for me? Would you mind? Beautiful. My name is Liz Sunshine and I am shooting street style at Australian Fashion Week for Vogue. Today I'm looking out for a style that seems really authentic, something that's a little bit more individual and, I don't know, something that's just interesting. Beautiful. I want to swap sides with you if that's okay. Beautiful. I'm really interested in our relationship with clothes, why we choose particular pieces, and also like the impact that they can have on us. So while I'm here photographing all this glamour, I feel like I'm also always thinking about how clothing affects us and, I don't know, trying to find a deeper meaning. Maybe.
We're at Madra Natura, an Australian label obviously. I actually don't really know what to expect here. I haven't unfortunately done my homework, but I do like being surprised on Fashion Week.
Today I'm reporting on the trends we're spotting throughout Fashion Week. I'm a shopping editor, so basically anything that you would purchase through a link on our site kind of comes through me, and I work with our writers to come up with content that will convert sales, and Nikki, who's in charge of SEO and make sure we rank highly on Google.
We have to arrive at the speed show promptly at 5:30 for the fish's welfare.
Let's talk gameplay when we get in there.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know how much time we're going to have. How many questions do we normally allocate on the camera?
Usually we can only really fit in 3 before it starts getting too long.
3 pearls.
Yeah, 3 sweet gems, 3 sweet nuggets of questions right before the show. You can ask them about inspiration, you can ask them about what their favourite look was, things like that. But yeah, 3 is good.
Okay,
yeah.
Let's go for 3.
Yeah.
Inspiration, favourite look.
And
we'll go setting. I mean, we're going to the aquarium. So
yeah.
That's got to be interesting.
The first ever fashion show at the aquarium. Yeah, which is very exciting for the aquarium and for us.
Do you reckon this is around the world?
I don't think so.
I think other shows have been staged.
Yeah, I feel
Name one.
But specifically
I feel like I could see a J.W. Anderson show happening at the aquarium.
Something undersea.
Yeah.
I'm going to get existential with this. Actually, I'm going to save my words. Read my review on vogue.com.au. It's going to be all in that.
Yeah, it's going to be about Will's feelings about how we haven't explored 99% of the ocean.
And then sometimes you get offered a glimpse of the underworld, of the underwater world. And this was it.
Utopia.
Not the underworld like that. It's not gang related.
Into Indigenous fashion projects. They train for.
How many's there?
I am Jonah. I'm the Assistant Fashion Features and News Editor, and my role is kind of running around interviewing people, figuring out the designers that we want to cover and write about, and writing reviews.
Hi, I'm Via Morrison. I'm a video producer for Vogue. Excited for the glorious dress.
For 5 months, the hustle to get funding and bridge rural talent in any capacity into Sydney for Fashion Week is such a big deal.
But that was just divine, and the movement, it was so much fun to film and to see that.
The work that goes into those clothes, there's just so much intricacy and like handmade pieces.
We're all creatives, we're all people who, you know, are really passionate about the work we do, and that's why we landed here. And to get to live that is honestly like a dream, you know, and I think that you can't ever lose sight of that, no matter how tired you are, how late the nights are at Fashion Week, how intense it can be sometimes. You just have to think about the fact that like we're doing what we love, and that is rare. Seeing magic like what we just saw tonight, moments like that are why you do it, and moments like working with our amazing team who are like all geniuses, it's a privilege and a blessing.